Another juicing day again. Hi and welcome to my channel. How are you doing? Thank you so much for clicking in here. I don't really always look forward to this day, but the work is all worth it. And I wanted to show you and encourage you, if you're struggling with prepping your vegetables, your salads and juices, that it's not so bad. Yeah. It's not something we look forward to, but it is worth it. So we start with just selecting. I select what I want for salad and I separate the salad vegetables from the juice ones. Now this is what I'm gonna juice: some beetroots, some carrots. I've taken the heads and the tails out and just taken any bad looking ones away, and also 3/4 of a purple cabbage. The rest will be for my salad. That's all the salad vegetables. I've also got some sprouts, sunflower shoots I've got there, and a bit of sweet corn which I just steamed from frozen. So this is today, and here some vegetables from the garden, so some just green vegetables and celery. Now let's start washing takes time, guys. And this is really important because we're eating these things raw. I really want us to take time and ensure we have wash our vegetables really well. I'm a critical care nurse by trade, and we know the importance of infection control and how bugs spread. You just need one medium and these microorganisms can spread like crazy. So before I start washing, I just wanted to get the juicer ready. So once I finish washing, I would go straight away into juicing. And then also my clean jars, I like doing like a almost like a sterilizing. It's not sterile, but using boiled water to just give them a good rinse. Make sure it's a heat stable jar you're using. This is really important because once again, even in as much as we use a dishwasher to wash, you can have bugs sitting in there. Whew, time to wash. Thankfully, carrots are better in season now. Sometimes they can be really mushy and soggy. I am using organic carrots, so I don't scrub them, I don't peel them, and I generally don't use sodium bicarb for my vegetables unless I'm not really sure about the sauce. So most people encourage to use vinegar wash and a fruit wash or veggie wash, but I don't. I just wash with clean water. Make sure, like you see my sink, I use it for everything, but before I put vegetables in the sink that I'm gonna eat raw, I make sure I scrub and sterilize my sink, like give it a good scrub. It's really, really important. Once again, infection control, preventing the spread of bugs. Because this is raw food here, we have to have a break because it's gonna be a long day. I have to dance. I know that's the only way to sort of pump myself up to do this thing, guys. How do you encourage yourself when you know you have a lot to do? I love doing these things, but it's hard work, and just doing it for my family alone is hard enough. Anyway, back to business. So we started juicing. We've juiced the first jug of carrots, and we're just gonna pour this away. Remember, we've prepped all our jugs and jars beforehand. This is why I do all this beforehand, and we just focus on juicing this with my angel juicer takes a while, probably over an hour, and this is nearly 4 days. If I push it, 5 days worth of juice. We put a bit of lemon. It helps cut the, I don't like the taste in raw beetroot, so lemon helps, and I juice the whole lemon. Now purple cabbage and beets, I mix the whole lot together, and I also add carrots. These things are quite strong on their own, so I mix the whole thing. After juicing the pulp in my juice, now angel juicer gives you really dry pulp like you see there, but I also like rinsing it, like I put water in it and I juice it again, and that's gonna be today's smoothie for the family. I don't want to waste any of those nutrients, okay? So that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm juicing the pulp again. It's not all liquid from the juice. Originally, I added water to this last batch, but the ones I store, I always make sure it's pure juice because we don't want water in there. It can cause bacteria to
Just
grow.
putting this in context, this whole bowl was full of green vegetables. And guess how much we got? We got only two 400 mils of green juice. This is why juicing is so important. And look at the amount of pulp. That's a bit of foam, but that's just a tiny little pulp from that big bowl of vegetables. So you still get some fiber in this juice, but obviously not as much. However, this is easier than eating that whole bowl of vegetables. 2 shots of green juice, and then afterwards you eat your vegetables, and also you can add green vegetables to your smoothies. Most times I do just vegetables because that fiber is in there. I have videos how I make these smoothies if you want to know detailed about my smoothies. But this is today's one. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and prep the salad over there now.
Okay, let's wash our vegetables for our salad. Like I said, I don't use vinegar or stuff to wash because I really try to use organic. I just give them a good rinse, make sure it's clean and free from any bugs or any debris. Especially when it's organic, you could have bugs sitting in them. I also love adding mangoes to my salad. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Have you ever tried this? It just sweetens the salad up a little bit, not too much, just one mango for a huge salad. So yeah, that's one thing I like doing. Anywho, let's go and start processing this. Okay, let's start prepping. I love this, processor. This is how I set it up to make sure I have the right size of the vegetables. I don't want my carrot pieces too big, so this is why I use this. Sometimes some people don't want it this way, and if you have fussy eaters, just make sure your carrots are in smaller bits. So I like a mixture, and my kids don't mind anyway, so this is why I do that. Anyway, I'm gonna use this slicer because this mandolin makes the carrot pieces a lot easier to manage with your cutlery. That's the only reason. But whatever you like, you can even use a food processor. I don't have one, so manual it is for me. I'm making prep, so I portion them out into different bowls so that most importantly we don't tamper with them when we don't need them. Slicing the cukes as well, thin slices, just makes the thing go around to everyone. And yeah, it also makes it pretty. When I do salad, I like it looking pretty. I like the presentation of salad. More importantly, it just encourages you to eat it. So we just put in everything, and then when we want to eat it, we mix it up. Have you ever used asparagus in salad? This is from my garden anyway. These are green, the spring onions and the asparagus from the garden. So we add them when they're in season. If they're not in season, I don't buy. I don't buy a lot of things when they're not in season. But if you can't grow them, guys, buy whatever you have to buy, okay? Most importantly, get yourself to be eating more vegetables. So these are the mangoes. This is what I talked about. I just add a little bit and it sweetens my salads. I don't know what you think about it, but we enjoy it. If you've never tried it, not every fruit, sometimes apples as well, actually. Now, time to chop my cabbage. I also love using this particular food process for the cabbage because it does a great job. We also have raw broccoli in salad. If you've never tried raw broccoli, guys, give it a go. It's not as bad. You just need a decent dressing, and I make my dressings. I have a few videos, hopefully put a link in this video how I actually make my dressings. And the one we had today was just sesame seed, a bit of cashews, sesame oil, and a little bit of dates. What else was in there? Yeah, a dash of salt and lemon, and it was absolutely delicious. Like, my husband was like, "Ha, what did you put in here?" That's his own way of complimenting that this thing is delicious. Anyway, by the way,
After many hours, we've got it all here. This will easily feed about 8 people, the salad, but then obviously half of us, so it will serve us 2 or 3 good meals. These 2 portions are my spares. I love using these meal prep jars because they keep food airtight and preserve the freshness. Ensure you seal your salad really well. That makes a big difference because you can preserve it for longer. Same with the juices, okay? A cold press juicer first and foremost, and then having a very tight seal prevents oxidation and making sure you don't have a gap. Like this one is already been made into a smoothie. So you see that gap? We don't want to be leaving a gap there because the gap will cause oxidation and consequently cause these things to break down. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If it's added value to you, if you've learned something, give us a thumbs up. Let us know what you think in the comment section. I really want to make you know that it is doable. Yes, it takes time, but any sort of meal prep whatsoever takes time, but then you get the returns later because you spend less time when you have to eat it. All you need to do, just pick it up and eat it, or you need to heat something up. But this is one of the big things I do. Yes, about 4 hours to juice a whole lot, but 4 to 5 days we're sorted for juices. All we need is just make smoothies with the juices and then have our salads, about 2 or 3 meals for the home. Thank you once again, and until next time, is yours one and only Mecca at Mecca's Healing Journey, and I sign out. Bye.